Hey team, what's up? This is Jessica, also known as Say Yes to Jess. Today's video, we are going to discuss head and shoulder patterns. I'm going to show you how to identify them and how to trade them. So let's get to it. So head and shoulder patterns typically have a left shoulder, a head that has a higher high than the left shoulder, and then the right shoulder, which has a lower high than the head, okay? So they don't always look like this. Sometimes they're slanted, they're in an incline, it just depends. And there's also something called an inverted head and shoulders, which we'll cover that in another video. But I want you to be able to identify these. So how most people trade them is, what we're looking for is for this structure to be broken, retested, and then a continuation down. Our take profit is usually determined by the distance of head to neckline. So if you drag this right here and you bring it to the neckline, the market, as long as it completes the pattern to the T, will usually come down to right here. This is usually where your take profit will be, okay, or where the trade will go. Now, this doesn't always happen, and head and shoulders patterns do not always play out. But when we see these, we get excited because if they do play out, they're very easy to predict, they're easy to trade, they're easy to maybe put a little bit of a higher risk if you're an experienced trader, and they move very nicely. So this week I noticed that Euro USD had a head and shoulders pattern, and actually one of my advanced students in the VIP course noticed it as well. So shout out to Ariana. But we can see here a really nice textbook head and shoulders pattern, okay? So we have and I'm going to use this tool right here. We have our left shoulder, we have our neckline, and we have, our head, and then we have our right shoulder. Sorry, it's not the prettiest. But we have our left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. And you can see that the shoulders pretty much respected market structure. So as you learned it in the free course, if we put a line where we have some touches, with the exception of this liquid volatility right here, you can see that we have respect, 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 respect. It broke out, retest, and then it retested right here and respected with a continuation down and almost no drawdown if you understood how to do the key level. So the next move we're waiting on is for the break and the retest of this structure to determine our entry on this trade and the continuation of the pattern. So you want to see it break, you want to see it close below, and then you want to see it go down. And remember, distance from head to neckline is what's going to be our ideal area where we're going to consider taking profits. Now, you always want to make sure this is by an area of structure. And as you can see right here, we have resistance, support, support. So this looks really good if this plays out. Now, I personally will be eyeing this trade, and if it does the break and retest, I will be looking to get into the trade. So this is a very simple textbook head and shoulders pattern. The tool that I use, just in case if anyone's interested, is right here, and you can see where it says head and shoulders. It takes some time learning how to draw it out and practice with that tool, but it's really cool just so you can identify them. Otherwise, you should be able, if you do the homework that I assigned, you should be able to spot these without even having to use the tool, and literally just want to wait for those break and retests up the neckline, which is the support in this case, and then go ahead and consider taking it down to the next level of structure, or to complete the pattern again, which is the distance from head to neckline, and this is your ideal area. Now, this doesn't mean that the pair won't continue to go down. This doesn't mean anything. It can continue to go down, and be bearish, but right now, this is what we're focusing on. So if you have any questions, feel free to post them in our free Facebook group. If you're watching this on YouTube, I have the link below. If you like this video, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up, please subscribe to the channel and put that bell on so you can be updated on the new videos that I'm adding. And if there's anything that you want me to cover, go ahead and leave that in the comment section and I'll do my best to make a video for it. Have a good one, guys.